yet next? We've got some Blade Storm, which is it used to be a pro map. It's charming, pretty standard.
Is there anyone in the stream chat who can tell us if you can irradiate SCVs? I need to know.
Oh, it's definitely a thing. I've done it. It's great.
My God.
TVT next level.
So many erroneously played TVTs from me now.
Well, no one uses it because like Marines are easy, and in that matchup there's typically either Wraiths or Goliaths or turrets. Whereas Zerg will be careless.
Who are as bad as I am, and then all of the opportunities are open.
This map has some islands on the right and the left, which are real islands. You can't just float to them. Actually, yeah, you could float a CC to them. They're not like pseudo islands that are just walled off by an egg.
Oh, you mean like peninsulas?
Peninsulas with some sort of perpetual hatching going on.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna mince words, but like don't use the term island erroneously.
Well, it's definitely not an island map.
It's got some stacked temples, but I admit it's joined to the mainland if that's what you mean.
Alright, let's do this.
Yeah, let's kill it. Okay, so Trozz is the brown Zerg at the 11 o'clock, and Castle is the teal Terran at the 7 o'clock. I'm really glad that you guys still have all three races.
Yeah,
skins are
there's no way that like that melee nonsense is slipping past me. Although I don't have any kind of like rules or enforcements on that.
No,
maybe we should just ban them from Gem 4. Be pretty brutal.
There you go, that's the trick.
In I remember Gem League 1, Ideas versus Lucky Fool, they submitted replays that were on Fighting Spirit. I'm like, well, what is this? I had to make them replay it.
That's vintage Lucky Fool, though.
So we've got 3 times the APM going on here from Castle, because he likes to spam, and as Zerg, I don't like to spam early game.
Why not?
Well, the only spamming I do is like effective spam. Like I'll take a just as I was saying that I'd do something, I didn't do it. But I typically move larva to the left by selecting them, selecting the Overlord, and tapping stop, because the minerals are closer there, right?
Wait,
maybe a plant to scan.
Move the larva?
Yeah, you can actually move larva, but they only move to the left. It's a bizarre trick that I learned from Chill way back in the day.
That's incredible.
So every time that the minerals are on the right, then I feel kind of sad because I can't do that. But the upside is the larvae typically spawn on the right side of the hatchery. So yeah, Zerg are pretty good for that, I guess.
I did know that larvae typically spawned on the right side of the hatchery, but I did not know that you could use the stop command to force them to move left.
Yeah, it's too bad I'm not showing that off now. I think I did it earlier, but maybe I'm on tilt already.
Sure, watch every game you play for it. Like I'm gonna be on that. This map is deranged, by the way.
It's I think the biggest reason I chose it is it's got that little safe haven backdoor expansion that you can easily expand, open a new race. So you can just.
Only. I mean, who wants that?
Well, I mean, if you're Terran, you can throw down a casual Nexus back there, and then flood Marine Zealot. That sounds good to me. And then you can eventually get like medics for your Zealots or something if you're feeling fancy. But Zealots don't really need it.
Well, the thing is that you don't need to be Protoss to get Zealots now. So it's all good. I am very curious to see what Castle does. Castle seems like he's getting more comfortable with having elements of other races as these games go by. Like he's started going for the assimilator instead of gas. Sorry, instead of the refinery.
He's got 2 scouts on the map too. It's like he got kind of frustrated after his first 2 failing scouts, and then now he's sending 2 into my base, which tells me bunker rush time.
Maybe.
I don't have the Overlord to spot it. Typically I keep my second Overlord hanging around my natural, but he's off in space right now.
It's always cool when you have someone who's playing to tell you that typically they don't use this.
Typically I don't play like trash. I mean, sometimes I do.
Not total refuse.
We got
barracks is up here. Yeah. Oh, factory instead. Nice. And you scout it with the probe. Oh yeah. Gotta harass that.
Yeah, no cheeky backdoor for him.
I would let it complete. And then just think the zerglings up where it was late.
And then I get the
Oh
other
my
worker,
God.
like 5
You
hit
got the
points from
SCV?
killing my drone.
Nice.
So unlike skins are...
one-on-one fights?
Hmm?
In a one-on-one fight, an SCV
destroys
the
everyone.
zergo.
Yeah, it's
That's
not
what I
even
thought,
close, because what they can do is they can
Just
tap
like 60
stop,
HP.
and then continuously right-click, and they can actually attack faster.
But they also have 60 HP, that's pretty good.
That's true. The only race that has a chance is Trozz if they like micro a whole ton and run away.
Get a bunch of shield regen going.
Or if Zerg
Oh my
decide
God.
to make an
You
extractor.
killed another SCV with your drones?
Sweet.
Neato. Oh, Zerg got it. Never mind. You're trash. I thought for a moment. Okay, so Trozz is the second base up and saturated. He lost a Zergling on Castle's ramp, but Castle's in pretty good shape.
Yeah, since I don't have my gas started, but my layer's already started, that means I'm going Lurker, like 100%. Yeah, there it is.
Castle starts
Hydra.
throwing down the factory now at home, but he's pumping from 2 racks already and he's got his comps out on the way up. So he'll be in decent position to fight off your Lurkers at least.
Yeah, he's gonna wait for the tanks and probably the vessel as well. It's really tempting for me to throw down a Nexus or a command center in the back, but the only problem with that is it doesn't give you more larva, and it takes kind of a while to make that tech worthwhile.
Yeah.
What I should do, in
Right.
fact, is build a CC and then lift it to where this Overlord is on the left base, because that is wide open.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And he's not getting in there.
Yeah,
forever.
this is
But
like
it's
before
very
the
good
era.
if you just build a dropship.
There became a point in time when they just started putting those little small mineral patches on all the island bases, so Terran, I guess, would be nerfed. But I guess this was pre that era.
Yeah, that's sort of fascinating. Like,
Well, it was a thing
it's a
that
full base that you can just snatch.
they did make maps purposely to hurt some races that were dominating back in the day. Like, they tried to stop Savior
Oh,
by
yeah, of
putting in,
course.
like, anti-Z maps.
Okay, so he's moving, or sorry, Castle is moving out.
Yeah.
With
Got
like a
the-
decent Force-Semitic Marine, and he's got Firebats and Marines coming out as well. He's
Yeah.
researching siege mode to back it up, so that no matter how badly this goes, he can still defend pretty comfortably. You've got sunken colonies morphing.
Yeah, so I'm not too
arrive
concerned.
Before they're done.
The only problem for me is I like having lurkers out on the map, and this is going to keep them boxed in. I'm going to have to hopscotch them out.
The real problem is that the Ling flank is right there. I guess he has enough Marines produced now to stop it, but that was momentarily really fascinating. Oh my god, he's pulled the SCVs.
Oh, what? Oh yeah, to stop my little run-in.
Yeah, I thought at first split second it looked like he hadn't seen the run by, and he had just pulled the SCVs to go with his attack, but no, it wasn't to be.
Yeah, I guess the only really interesting thing to scout is he doesn't have a starport started or a eBay, so I don't really have a good read on what he's doing. I have drop finished, or
In a scenario
start
like this where you have basically infinite money, is there any reason not to research Burrow, and why didn't you research Burrow?
because they didn't have mutas coming. I love Burrow with mutas, because if you get an Overlord, you'll eventually get Overlord speed, and then the Overlord joins mutas, and it's a disaster. But if you have a burrowed Zergling in the back...
Outside the natural, as the Nexus goes down in the back base.
Yeah, this is about the point when I wish that I had just gone Spire instead. Because these lurkers can only do so much.
3 damage from the tank. Fortunately, the drop tech is up.
Don't attack him
It's
now,
all
what are you
good,
thinking?
boys.
Trozz. Trozz.
Oh dear.
Here comes the
This
scan.
isn't too bad.
Hey, it's not engaging the lurkers.
Burrowed outside of range of the lurkers, or outside of range of the tank, so I guess...
Yeah, that's not
gonna
ideal.
lose those lurkers.
Guess I'm burning all the scan. Doesn't have any left.
Oh, you just burned all of his scans.
Sweet! So he
Or,
can't actually
yeah,
move in without this lurker taking pot shots at him the whole time.
Which is nice. Unfortunately, you're going to lose a lot of money on sunkens.
I can build it at like almost the rate that it takes to tear it down. But the splash actually hits the adjacent sunkens.
Yeah, and that is bad news, bro.
Yeah.
Although in situations like this, like I understand that because of the way that the sunken and tank range works out, normally a tank does more damage to buildings unsieged, doesn't it?
DPS wise, yeah, unless they're close together like this. So
Yeah,
I've got
exactly.
Zergling drop. I'm ready to throw this straight on top of his units, but
Nice, but
maybe we'll just go to his base. I'm actually
I think
concerned about
going
dying
to
right
base is
now,
the better
though.
decision. But like, you're not gonna
Don't
get
worry.
away with...
This 2 gateways will be my out. I'll just flood them with zealots.
That's, yeah, that's true. You just need to get those gateways up and charge these tanks, and all of a sudden the natural is totally forfeit. So yeah, unless these Zerglings get a whole bunch on his base, things aren't looking great. And there's already plenty of range here. And you're not dropping the Zerglings in his base.
No, I am.
Oh,
But
good.
this counterattack has to do
This
so
is
much
terrible.
damage. This basically has to kill him.
Well, that's the optimist. Oh, he's not moving me in on the Zerglings at all, so I guess maybe it'll work. He's taking your natural down.
I got
so
2 zealots coming.
Trozz is reduced to 2 bases, one of which a Protoss base, one of which is Zerg base. The Zealots are out, but they're... I'm not sure how Zealot Lurker works. I guess we'll find out.
I think I had Mizo Deshode still in mind, and then I didn't realize I had so much gas in the bank. It's like, hey, this isn't depleted yet.
Yeah, you have 1,000 gas.
Yeah, I mean, if that was translated into 10 lurkers, it'd be no problem. Just plant all those at the
Well,
top
you
of the
got
ramp.
2 Lurkers out, and he does not have a great deal of scan left.
Yeah, that's true.
There's one.
And these zealots will be able to
And
take
the-
some hits, and then hopefully get some splash. Or I guess I just
Get
bought
the
time for
Lurkers
the
in.
lurkers.
Nice. Yeah,
He's got 1
and
scan
suddenly
left.
the tanks are worthless. And he doesn't
Yeah.
use time, but he doesn't.
And I got the back door, so I'm not too salty, although I've lost a lot of workers, and speaking of which,
Yeah, that's pretty bad news.
Cybernetics
Zealot
core.
Lurker is all you need. I'm not sure why you want Cybernetics core. I think just sticking on Zealot Lurker will be strong.
Yeah, that's true. Dragoons are not any better against tanks, much less infantry.
No, I really don't. You should have just built the shield battery, man. Shield battery, best building in the game.
Yeah,
Build that out.
yeah, because my zealots are just serving as meat shields anyway.
That's, I mean, I'm not sure what to say. This is looking pretty tough. I believe in you. That's
I've almost got as many zealots as there are marines in my base, but
oh,
some
and
trouble.
all of your drones glitched out and got stuck between a pylon and a gateway.
Oh no! Failed transfer.
Yeah, that's all of your workers.
These Protoss buildings, man. Only these Protoss buildings do it. What am I thinking building this?
And Castle's pretty strong. I'm increasingly impressed by him.
Yeah, his natural is just roaring. He's got no problem with it, and his gas is going on it.
It's okay though, you've still got the enormous income from your Protoss base in the back.
Another thing I've got going for me is he's gas choked, and only now he's putting 2 more guys on gas on his
Nice.
main.
Well, you can turn this around pretty easily then.
I'll just rush to DT. Oh, my cybernetics got sniped, so that's too bad.
But you at least have a bunch of zealots ready to go.
That's true.
What does he have? Marines? They're not particularly good against zealots. Oh yeah, the tank also, that's pretty good.
Problem with Zerglings and Zealots, though, is they really don't keep together.
No, they apparently move at very different speeds. You should have built a Citadel of a gun. I mean, that's the only way.
Yeah, I totally would have if I had that, because DTs against Terran is a great way to just flip a loss into a win sometimes. Although he's got turrets and vessel up.
He's got scan turrets and a vessel.
Yeah, but he'll exhaust his scans on the DTs and then the lurkers go to work, right?
That's precisely it. Let's hope that we can crush him by forcing him to counter the same thing repeatedly.
Yeah, he'll be double defeating it. Oh, it looks like I'm determined to get this DT path up. Oh, and then the probe gets stuck in the gateways. Look how brilliant these Protoss buildings are.
Yeah, man, I'm not sure how you've achieved this.
I know I've seen this all the time on sales stream, but he'll just like casually box them and then like throw them out.
It's okay, we can all be Sale.
It's true that.
Unfortunately, oh my god, you've got this enormous swarm of zealots that's just ready to get EMP'd. I hope he buys EMP.
Just to shut down my meat shields.
That would be the dream. Oh, that lone Zerglin.
So we got this drone coming out. I think I have a bogus rally point.
He's actually going for the... Is it the Caduceus reactor?
Caduceus reactor.
Is that what it's called? I'm not sure. The extra energy for vessels?
I wouldn't doubt it.
I think
Definitely not the
Caduceus
Apollo
reactor
reactor. That one's for the Wraiths.
Wait, what? What's
Yep.
the right one?
Apollo reactor?
Nice. This is, oh, I'm so sad.
I've got my 2 lurkers stacked here, I think, which is actually terrible, because they just get bodied at the same time.
Oh, you did buy Dragoons.
Dragoons. I definitely am taking the DT path, but it is ill-fated.
Oh my god, these poor marines.
Yeah, where are the lurkers at now?
Yeah, I'm curious. I used to own some. Ah, Dragoon Zergling. The infamous combo.